So welcome to everyone. It's good to have you. So today we have a question from Avril. And she asks about lucid dreaming. So she says, you touched on it in your last teaching, but it would be interesting to hear more, especially the crossovers between meditation and lucid dreaming. All right. So if I would ask you the question, are you dreaming right now? And what would you answer? You would say no, with certainty, right? Anyone else that would say no with certainty?
I don't remember. I know we dream every night, but...
Are you dreaming right now?
I mean right now.
Right now. Is this a dream? Yes? No? Most people say no, right? Most people say no. No. I'm not dreaming right now. I'm wide awake. The funny thing is, if you're in a dream and you ask yourself the same question, am I dreaming right now? What do you think would you answer? With great certainty, you would say no. Why would you say that? Simply because we are not in the habit of questioning our current reality. Most of the time we're operating from a standpoint of complete inflexibility and certainty. We think we are absolutely sure that what I experience right now is the truth. So far that makes sense, right? So we would always answer, no, I'm not dreaming right now. Of course not. Even in the dream. So I can tell that because I've had it several times. I was asking myself several times in my dreams whether I'm dreaming right now or not. And many, many times I would say, no, I'm not dreaming right now. Even though in front of my face there was something absolutely unusual. I would have groups like this in my dream, and I would explain to them that could be a dream right now, just like I'm doing it right now. I'm explaining to you guys, look, this could be a dream right now. I did that in my dream. Been there, done that. And while I did it in my dream, I wasn't realizing that I was dreaming. Because I come from an unshakable certainty that what I experience is real. Okay? So what is lucid dreaming? Lucid dreaming means that you know that you're dreaming while you're dreaming. Simple definition. So you're in bed, you're fast asleep, your body is snoring away on the pillow, yet your mind is awake. So you know very well that yes, my body is currently in Phuket and it sleeps there on the bed. While you are walking through the streets of New York in your dream, for example. While you're talking to someone in your dream. You know that your body is actually somewhere else. So experiencing a hyper-reality. You're experiencing a very real environment in which you interact with people, with things. You walk around, there is distance, there's actual space, that you're walking 100 meters over there and 100 meters over there, and it feels very real. It takes time to get somewhere. Everything appears very solid. You can't put your hands through the walls, for example. Even though you know you're dreaming, it is still very hard to do things like putting your hands through a wall. Even though you know it's just your mind, there is no wall. So you should be able, theoretically, to put your hand through the wall, right? You can't. Not that easy. Try it. First of all, however, try to become lucid. Have you ever tried before? Never. But this is quite a ride. So today is one of those topics that are my absolute favorite topic to talk about, because lucid dreaming is something I deeply enjoy. It's something that is absolutely wonderful. Now, as I said before, the definition of lucid dreaming is that you know that you're dreaming as you're dreaming. While the dream goes on, the dream environment and the dreamer don't collapse. The body is fast asleep in bed. You don't wake up into physical reality. Okay? Now, what could you do in a lucid dream? Virtually anything. Whatever you want. If you want to experience how it is like to fly, you can experience that. And it feels absolutely real. It feels like you're actually flying. That's a lot of fun. That's a fun thing to do. So you can have all kinds of fun. Whatever fun you want to have, you can have it in your lucid dream. If you want to eat something, let's say you're on a diet, you're really hungry, but you would like to eat something, so you can eat whatever you want, and it's absolutely real experience. How is it like to taste dream pizza, for example? Try. Just conjure it up. Have a crispy dream pizza. Where would you like to be? Italy? There you go. You can just be in Italy somewhere, sitting at the beach, having the best pizza ever. And it feels absolutely real. You will chew the pizza, you will taste the pizza, it'll be maybe too hot. Lots of surprises. You might conjure up the pizza, and it might actually be too hot. Your dreaming mind makes it appear too hot. So you have to wait a little bit before you can eat. Who would you like to sit and dine with? Sylvester Stallone? The Dalai Lama? Mother Teresa? Your dead grandmother? What would you like to tell your dead grandmother? You can do anything you want in a lucid dream. Absolutely anything. There's no limit. But it goes even further than that. Just besides having fun, you can use the lucid dream environment and the lucid dreaming body to heal yourself. Talk about psychological traumas. Many people, for example, veterans that come back home from war and they have PTSD, a post-traumatic stress disorder, have seen a lot of traumatic things in their life. They can't sleep properly, they have nightmares and so forth. For them, lucid dreaming is a great cure. It helps so many people to relax, to heal these severe illnesses, depression, anxiety. You can heal these things within a lucid dream. You're basically walking through your subconscious landscape. Everything is your subconscious mind in a lucid dream. For example, if this was a dream right now, then everything you see, the cushions, the water, the pictures, the walls, everything is your mind. So everything in a way has a very symbolic character for you. And you can engage anything. Like, for example, training yourself to push your hand through a wall. This is training yourself to think outside of the box, literally. For you, you're opening a whole new horizon of actual experiences, of transcending yourself, of being able to break through old habit patterns, to break through old assumptions that we hold to be as a fact very often. So healing, having fun, healing the body. You can actually engage your innate healing powers and help illnesses to recover faster. While you're sleeping already, the body recovers. But you can help an illness to go and heal faster by using the power of your mind. This is going beyond visualization. This is like extreme visualization. You're feeling like you're there, and it's not just, you actually know you're sitting in your little room and you're just imagining it. It feels like 100% real. So, visualization exercise. Athletes, they use lucid dreaming to perfect what they do. For example, Olympians, people who run, they use lucid dreaming practice to perfect their running technique, to absolutely bring it into their subconscious mind, this winning attitude, that they will win the race. They see themselves winning night after night. This has very powerful impact on the subconscious mind. Like athletes who are doing very complicated things, like, I don't know how you call all these things, like swinging around and gymnastics and all that kind of stuff. You want to perfect your technique, you want to overcome fear. Here we're in the next thing, overcoming fear. Do you have phobias? You don't like spiders, centipedes, snakes? Lucid dreaming environment is a perfect environment to invite tons of snakes in. For example, if you have a fear of snake, you can take a snake bath. You have a swimming pool full of snakes and you hop in. Because you know it's a dream, it's not real, yet you can still engage the fear. You can still play with the fear, knowing that it will not really hurt you. While learning techniques at the same time to relax, you're in a safe environment. So you can engage phobias. You want to learn something, learn a language. You can do so in a lucid dream. You want to remember childhood events that is long forgotten. You can use the power of lucid dream, because your mind is a powerhouse. It stores everything. It is stored in your mind. You can remember everything, including past lives, etc., etc. Now we're coming into an area that goes even deeper, spiritual practice. The Tibetans say that 1 second of lucid dreaming experience, wide awake, completely clear and aware within the dreaming state, equals 7 days of retreat, like deep retreat. In the lucid dreaming state, your mind is particularly thin. You're particularly close to awakening. You're particularly close to enlightenment. Because you can see clearly through the imputations that the mind makes upon matter. In a way, the waking state is nothing but dreaming our dreams into matter. We're in that room now, or we are spending time with certain people, then we are dreaming our projections into them. We don't see the person as that person actually is. We are seeing our own mind just reflected in that person. So to some people you go feeling superior, to some people you go feeling inferior, etc. All that kind of thing plays out in our mind. And in a very profound way, you're using your own mind to dress up the world. And vice versa, the world, of course, in turn, dresses up your own mind. And so most people are completely trapped in that vicious cycle. That's, by the way, why the Buddha is called the awakened one. He woke up from this dream, this internal dream that we have, of time, for example, the dream of time, the dream of future, the dream of past. Take that away. What is left? Yes, right now. What is the problem right now, this very second, this very moment? This is 90% of all problems are gone there. If you can stay completely present, you're not projecting into the future, you're not projecting into the past, there's a majority of your problems are gone right there in that state. Because you have stopped a majority of the dreaming. dreaming up a future. How do you dream up your future? Are you worried about it? Are you anxious about it? Are you looking forward to it? It's all based on dream. You can see a dreaming lion. You can see the lion attacking you in the dream. It runs towards you. It's scary. But it's scary only as long as you don't know you're dreaming. But as soon as you really know you're dreaming, it usually takes a few seconds to stabilize. At first you're kind of doubting it. Am I dreaming? Then you kind of start to realize it. I am dreaming. Then you usually get excited. And for the beginners, that's when they then wake up. The more you advance on that path, you learn not to become excited. You need to stay cool. Then you can engage the lion. You can ask the lion, what do you symbolize? Why are you here? What's the lesson in you? Because it's not a lion, it's your mind. It's yourself. You're standing literally in front of yourself, an aspect of yourself. Engage it, ask it, what is it here to tell you? Does it need love? That's one thing that every aspect of yourself needs. I can guarantee you that. The very violent aspects, the hateful aspects, they need it most, but it's very difficult to give them love, because they will appear as nightmarish characters in your dream that quickly propel you back into non-lucidity because you're overrun by fear. You quickly forget, oh, it's all an illusion, it's just a dream. Whoa, but there's a lion, and tup, you're out of lucidity again. Either back into a real dreaming environment or waking up into your bed, right? I'm just going through various possibilities, right? So what can you do when you lucid dream? I want your mouth to water. I want you to feel like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to go to bed tonight and I want to know that I'm dreaming as I'm dreaming. There may be even some of you will have a lucid dream tonight. That could be. Some people, they have a lucid dream first night. Overcome addictions. The story of a smoker. He went to the seminar of Charlie Morley. He's an awesome lucid dreaming teacher, actually. He wrote a few books on lucid dreaming. I highly recommend. I wrote them down on our blog. You can check. He said there's this smoker, and he came to his seminar, and he just wanted to learn how to lucid dream. And so he had his first lucid dream in this seminar. And he saw a woman coming into the room. And upon seeing that woman, he asked her, "Who are you?" And the woman answered, "I'm your brain." That's such cool stuff that happens in lucid dreams. Because your subconscious communicates with you through so many different layers that we have no clue how it does that. So that woman says, "I'm your brain." Yeah, and the guy suddenly has this idea, and he said, "Would you help me stop smoking?" And the woman's answer is, "Of course, it'll be better for all of us." He wakes up next morning, no more desire whatsoever to smoke. Done. No more smoking for him. You see how cool that stuff is, you know? Like there's stories of people physically healing ear infections. The story of Charlie himself. Healing ear infections. Healing like broken limbs and all that kind of stuff. It's possible. Probably healing cancers and so forth is possible too. If you're engaging it on a deep, deep level, of course. Might be possible, maybe not. Also depends on each individual, right? Some sicknesses can be healed mentally, some not. Yes, sometimes medicines work, sometimes they don't. There's individual karma at play too. Or sometimes we just have to experience that. There's no way out. Sometimes there's a way out, and you can heal it. Yeah? But it's always worth trying. Healing relationship drama, relationship traumas, talking to dead relatives. At least the representation, your subconscious representation. Maybe you had this terrible feeling of, I wish I would have told my mother how grateful I am for her to be there before she died. You couldn't tell her. Well, tell her in a lucid dream, same effect. It will heal your wound. And it will allow you to move on. Revisualize things from your past, your childhood. Let's say, for example, you've been abused by someone, bullied. You've always been weak. Now, in a lucid dreaming scenario, you can go through that same event. You can program it differently. You can see yourself practicing different types of response, like kindness, being kind to your bully, giving your bully a hug, melting your bully away. Whatever it is, you can change the way you're dealing with people, with bullies, with leaders, with people that you consider to be inferior to yourself and so forth. Loads and loads of possibilities. Excited?
Yes.
You want to learn how to do that? Yes? More after the advertising. So learning how to lucid dream boils down to a few elements, okay? The first element that I'm suggesting today would be to write a dream diary. It's the first thing you want to start. Why is that so important? Even for advanced lucid dreamers, you want to have a dream diary. So what is a dream diary? The dream diary is the same as a normal day diary. You write down what you've dreamt. For that, you need to learn to remember your dreams. And in order to remember your dreams, dreams have to be important to you. When you are showing your subconscious mind that you are now willing to pick up its messages, to connect to it, that you value it, that you see it as a resource, a wellspring of information, a possibility to get you to know yourself on such a deep level, then your subconscious mind naturally gives you more possibilities of interacting with it. Your subconscious mind is excited at the prospect that you now start listening to it. That's an amazing thing for it. This is something that in our societies we completely neglect nowadays. Dreaming or the sleeping mind is completely neglected. It has no place in practice. For example, in Tibetan Buddhism, there is a very vibrant, powerful tradition of lucid dreaming practice. Every monk learns how to lucid dream at some point. And they have great fun with it. They learn it in groups, they learn it together, they get really good at this. It's part of the path. Imagine you can use the mind at night while your body is asleep for spiritual practice. You can do your meditation at night. You're not wasting time. And at the same time, you've got to practice a lot of mindfulness. Because lucidity means to be mindful, to be awake and aware. So lucidity at night comes from lucidity during daytime. So we want to practice mindfulness as much as possible during the daytime. It will give rise to more lucid dreams, of course. That's an important element. But first of all, dream diary. Take your dreams seriously. Write them down. Each time you have finished a dream, write it down immediately. If you wake up at night, you just remember what you've dreamt. Write it down, even tiny bits of it. Write it down. If you're spending time with your partner, you sleep in the same bed, you might not want to disturb your partner. You can walk out. The way I do it always is, for example, each night at 3 a.m. I wake up, I get out of the room, I go pee, and I write down my dreams outside. So I'm not disturbing Pan. I write down my dreams. I wake up enough. That's important. I will come to that later. You have to wake up to some degree. It doesn't work if you're just waking up a little and you're kind of like scribbling down something and then you go right back to sleep. You got to get out of that grogginess, because otherwise you can't establish proper mindfulness. And you will need that to practice lucid dreaming. So part of your night is going to be waking up, writing down your dreams. Now many people go like, oh, but it will disrupt my sleep. Let me tell you about a modern day myth that has started with the time of, how do you call it? Like the revolution of technology, the arrival of electric light, of coffee, of books. Yeah? That when people started to spend time awake during nighttime and then sleep, try to sleep in one bout. Now that there is a myth, right? This myth is you need your 8 hours sleep straight per night. And if you wake up during these 8 hours, something is wrong with you. Sure, if you do have insomnia, there's trouble. You can't sleep at all, right? By the way, that will change completely with lucid dreaming practice, because you'll be happy each time you wake up. It's like, yeah, I'm awake. So you can do your meditation and you can just kind of glide back into sleep mindfully. You're not sleeping like a log, like a rock. Just going to bed at night and waking up in the morning not knowing what just happened. That's the worst way of sleeping. You want to sleep in a way so that it corresponds with the natural sleep cycles. That is about a 90-minute rhythm. It starts with the first stage of sleep, which is the hypnagogic state. You see fancy images and so forth. And then you slowly drift into, it's called non-REM 1 state. That's hypnagogic state. And non-REM 2 state, you're going into a short kind of blackoutish state. There is no dreaming in that. Then you go into deep sleep, non-REM 3. And then there's the only state of sleep that is not called non-REM because it's REM sleep. That's the dreaming sleep. REM means rapid eye movement. It means that when you're underneath your closed eyelids, you can see that the eyes are moving rapidly back and forth. That means now you're dreaming. The Tibetan Buddhist monks, they would sleep in cycles and in turns. They have one of them staying awake and one of them going to sleep. And as soon as one of them goes to sleep and he enters REM sleep, the monk who stays awake would whisper into his ears, now you're dreaming. You're dreaming now. What you're experiencing is a dream. To kind of help him to realize that there's a dreaming going on. So they do this in turns. That's REM sleep, dreaming sleep. Then afterwards, usually go back into non-REM 1, and then you wake up again. And then the cycle continues. So in the beginning of the night, you have longer sleep cycles in which you have deep sleep, non-REM 3. So you're going into deep sleep because your body needs rest. And your mind needs rest. No thinking, no physical activity. You're out like a lock. That's the majority of time in the beginning cycles of the night. But towards the end of the night, you might have noticed by yourself already, dreaming becomes longer, more pronounced, more clear. You have a sleep in during the weekends, right? And you feel that the dreaming is much more clear in the morning. You dream long, very detailed, right? So you can write all these dreams down, and of course it's best to write them down during the morning hours because in the first half of the night you need sleep. Rule of thumb, the first 5 to 6 hours, sleep well. The way I do it, I go to bed at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. each night, and I wake up at 3 a.m. That's 6 hours of solid sleep. I leave myself alone during that time. I'm not trying to note anything down or do anything fancy. I just sleep. I rest. But at 3 a.m. then I would get up and start to write down what I remember. That increases your dream recall, your memory, the ability to actually memorize, to look back at what just happened, because you will need that. Most people, they don't remember their dreams. That also means they don't remember their lucid dreams. Because you want to remember them. You want to know what you're dreaming. Why? To get to know your dreaming landscape. Your dreamscape. What is it like? Right? So you need to write many, many, many dreams. All the dreams that you have, to get to know how you dream. Because once you really know how you dream, you have a fair chance of recognizing that you're dreaming. And that's the point of a dream diary. So that's what I would say, make it your first step, as a practical step. Read up on lucid dreaming, of course, but also introduce dream diary into your life. It's not only an awesome tool to kind of help you understand your dreaming, the dreamscape, but it will also help you to understand what you're going through in your life and how your mind works through it at night. What keeps it busy? What are the emotions that trigger you? What do you do before you go to sleep, and what kind of impact does it have on your dreams? And what kind of impact do your dreams have on your waking life again? Well, this topic is super fascinating. It's very, very interesting. And I could go on for hours about it. But I think for now, this is enough for this today's session to actually bring up a dream diary, write down your dreams, practice it for 1 week. Now, many people say, I don't remember my dreams. Anyone in here who doesn't remember? Yes. They say, I don't dream this. I don't dream. I wake up in the morning, I don't dream. I want to shortly address that too, so you're not feeling desperate. When was the last time that you intended to remember your dreams? Did you ever intend it?
Sometimes I try.
Yeah, you.
When I wake up, I know something happened, but I don't have a clear vision of.
Okay. Before you go to sleep, have you ever intended to remember your dreams? That's what is important there. Do you want to intend it? Like really focus on it. Tonight, I'm going to remember my dreams. Fall asleep with that affirmation. Tonight, I'm going to remember my dreams. Don't just say it. Feel it as you go to sleep. Look forward to it. I will remember my dreams tonight. I will remember my dreams tonight. Or I'm great at dream recall. I have fantastic dream recall tonight. Whatever resonates with you. Maybe in your mother's tongue if it helps. Yeah? So you want to intend to remember your dreams. Do that for a while. And then as soon as you wake up at night, remember your intent. I wanted to remember my dream. What happened just now? How do you feel when you wake up? Feeling good? Feeling bad? Is there a song playing in your mind? A certain taste in your mouth? Trace it back. What is the kind of the last bit of emotion or kind of the feeling, the lingering feeling of the dream that's still there? What is it? And then just try to follow it back a little bit. If you can, then just drop it. But then remember again to fall asleep with, the next time I wake up, I will remember my dream. I will remember my dreams tonight. Okay? So that's for those of you who have trouble recalling dreams, who think that they have trouble. In our culture, very often dreams are not valued anymore. So they kind of disappear because we don't value them. We don't think they're important. So why do you have them? If they don't play a vital role in your life, why are they there? They are important. They're messages. They're there to educate you on how you live your life, what's important for you, to show you what is filtered through into your long-term memory at night, what will stay with you, what is going to influence your further actions and feelings and emotions and thoughts. Dreams are super important. You will not lucid dream, I guarantee you, if you think that dreams are not important. There will be no lucid dreams for you. You got to make them important. You got to feel that lucid dreaming would be awesome. I want to do that. I want to fly. I want to meditate at night. What would be your goal? Write it down today. Why would you like to lucid dream? And then each time you feel not motivated, look at that list. Here's why you're doing it. And let me guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you that. It is possible. My father, maybe he listens to that talk. Hi, Dad. My father actually said that would not... He kind of felt like... He would kind of smile very often when I talk about lucid dreaming, almost like, yeah, you and your crazy stuff. It didn't really take it so seriously, I felt, yeah. And then at one night suddenly, because I was talking a lot about lucid dreaming day in and day out, he messaged me at 4 a.m. in the morning, I had a lucid dream, it was awesome, you know. Yes. So, and yes, it is absolutely awesome to have a lucid dream. There is a bout of energy, bliss, happiness, because it is a huge accomplishment to be awake while you're asleep. That is an amazing thing. It will be... Pardon?
Can you choose whatever you think you want to dream about? Can we choose something?
You can. Yeah, it's possible. I don't practice that.
Okay.
You can.
Like choose the road. If you're in the same place and you like the situation and you understand you're dreaming and something distracts you, you say, I will go in the same place, for example, in a cafe, and you already go out, but you understand you want to listen to somebody, what he says is important. You can actually turn and go back. The situation will change when you go back, but you will catch what you need there.
Yes.
You can just even like control. Super cool.
Yes.
Or you can change the place very quick.
Yes. You can go through doors and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
But you don't advise, you think you just need to go with the dreams that you are having and kind of...
You want to play. You can do anything, find out, get better, learn. What happens if you go with the dream? What happens if you go against it? Can you control your dream? What happens if you control your dreams a lot? Your subconscious mind will rebel. Yeah, for example. Yeah, it will rebel, yes. It will lean against control. It will fight back. Because there's so many aspects of yourself that don't want to be controlled. They want to be appreciated. Yeah, but many people, they approach themselves from a standpoint of control. For them, lucid dreaming is exciting in the beginning, and that's fine, because they have control. I can do what I want. That's attractive in the beginning, and you need that phase because it makes you stronger in lucid dreaming. And it's the kind of the first phase for most. They enter lucid dreaming due to the prospect, like, wow, I can control what I dream. I can do what I want. I can go places, I can, whatever it is. Yeah, that's an attractive thing. And then gradually, as you get more firm in lucid dreaming, your objectives will change. Yeah, the way you dream will change. So yeah, the night is never going to be a boring thing again for a lucid dreamer. I love my nights. I look forward to it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going into my bed now and I'm going to practice. And I'm crazy about it. If I wasn't crazy about it, I couldn't have lucid dreams. I love it. Each time I go to bed, I'm looking forward to it. It helps me to have lucid dreams. I'm looking forward to it. I expect it. I know I can do it. But that takes time to develop these outlooks. Usually we start off by doubting ourselves. Or there is so many ways of improving your mindset through lucid dreaming. It's a great practice for fun, for healing, for spiritual practice, anything you want. You have an entire world inside of yourself. And from that, we will understand that all is mind. Finally, this is not different. And you can wake up from this too. It's possible. We'll start with lucid dreaming. Okay? So that's all that comes to mind for today. That is going to be an ongoing series, lucid dreaming. I thought about it. I actually even thought about it, setting up a group here in Phuket, a lucid dreaming group, just to help myself actually to stay on track and to share with people who are maybe up for it. I don't know if you guys will be up for it. I might announce it online anyways, so it would be cool to maybe do something like that and kind of work together on a lucid dreaming group.
Who will sleep together?
Yeah.
So you just keep watching, pay attention to your website? Is it where you
Yes. I'm going to announce that on Facebook eventually, or on the website or something. I just let all of you guys know, yeah. Sure, I will announce it here too. Maybe on Friday evenings or something like this. It's like the weekend is ahead. And so Friday evening would be a good time, I think, to think about lucid dreaming before you go to sleep on the weekend. You can sleep in, you can relax, right? You can do all these things. Yeah. Okay? All right, guys. Any questions?